Okay, send out the countdown clock. And here we go.
60 seconds.
59.
58.
57.
56.
55.
54.
53.
52.
51.
50.
49.
48.
47.
46.
45.
44.
43. 42.
41.
40.
39.
38. 37.
36.
35.
34.
33.
32.
31. 30 seconds.
29.
28.
27.
26.
25.
24. 23.
22.
21.
20.
19.
18.
17.
16.
15.
14.
13.
12.
11.
10.
9.
8. 7. 6.
5.
4.
3.
2. 1.
Woo!
Hi.
Love that intro.
I know, right?
Oh my gosh, guys, can we get some applause in the chat for Salty and his amazing
Oh.
intro? Love that. So cool.
Thank you.
Good evening, good afternoon. How are you doing? We have got the man himself, Salty Ecstasy, and
Oh, yeah.
we've also got some very special guests. So we've got Prophet of the Dragon, and we've got a very special young man as well. How are you doing, guys?
Hi.
We're good. Fresh out of the car, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good to see everybody, and so good to see everybody in the chat as well. As you can see, we are back. We're going to have another chill kind of crafting, building, chatting stream.
Yes, we are.
Which we enjoy so very much. But before we kind of get into it and talk about what we're going to be doing today, let me say hi to everybody. So we have got the lovely Louise X Sparrow. Hello, sweetheart. Great to see you. We've got Psycho Dwarf. Hello, love. We've got Jaden Hamilton. Hello, great to see you. We've got Daniel. Hello, Daniel.
Hey, buddy.
We've got the lovely Rosie Gamgee. Hey, Rosie. D-Nice Gamer. Great to see you. Scott Westbrook. Hey there. Hello. We've got Nearsighted Cyclops. So good to see you as well. Emotionally Unstable Amphibian. Still love that name. Great to see you. We've got Leia Rose. Hello, sweetheart. Southern Viking. Always good to see you as well. And let me see, make sure I'm not missing anybody. I think I saw, yes, I did. I saw Floral was in here earlier, and we saw Nico as well. Good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Hope everyone is doing well. Hope you're having a good weekend so far. And Clobbering Time, say Clobby, great to see you. I got to join Clobby a couple of days ago on his show, and it was so good to just hang out and talk conventions and comic books, and it's always a great time getting to do a show with him. So hail.
I'm excited. I get to work on my pirate ship some more. Can I just say that? I'm really excited.
I love your pirate ship. I'm so blown away with how good it looks at the moment. And did you think that when you first got it that that's how it would kind of come together? Because I saw you kind of putting it together, and you seem to be having an amazing time with it.
I was shocked. I mean, we talked about it the first show we did, is that part of the reason we're buying these kits is also to offer some hands-on experience. You know, these things aren't cheap, and nothing in the world is getting cheaper by the day. So if you want to buy one of these things and you want to relax, the last things you want to have is not to relax with it, but to be frustrated. So I got to say, this kit is a lot of fun. It is easy to build, but it is also very engaging. And I actually was on a different stream and did a bunch of the wiring that was required, which wasn't very difficult. But I am going to be turning it on in a moment because I have a second camera set up here. Now, this is going to be the permanent build space right behind me. So I'm going to switch over to that now and turn the lights on. So I'll be back in a second.
Whilst you do that, let me go on to Prophet and Eastern. What have you guys got for us today?
You want to show them?
We have a 962-piece ship in a bottle Lego.
Oh, that's amazing. Let me make that bigger. There you go, guys. Look how cool that is. That is
Wow.
amazing. Oh, that's so
Wow.
cool.
Yeah, he's gonna build it like a champ. It'll be done by the night somehow. I don't know how.
Oh
but-
yeah. Oh
Probably
yeah.
not.
I do not doubt that at all. Easton can just kind of snap his fingers and it'll be put together.
I've already got some of it too.
See, he's already halfway already.
Wasting no time, right? I am eager to see the lights go on because that stream you were talking about, yeah, it got a little kooky, but we saw you wiring it, so I'm eager to see what it looks like.
Yes, and people were saying, I think it was it Jim the Viking, if I remember correctly, was saying how big this is going to be once it's fully built, and is it getting even bigger as you build it, Salty?
Yeah, sorry, I was switching over to my earbuds from my microphone while we were doing that, so you guys can hear me. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, we can hear you perfectly. Yes.
So this is the base that we have here, and I wired all this through this, and I'm going to turn it on for the first time, and let's see how it looks. Here we go. Hopefully it works. There we go. There we go.
Oh, that
All
looks
right.
so cool.
I know,
I'm
right?
surprised how bright it is. Can you imagine that in the dark room? There you go.
There. Eerie
Yeah.
glow. That is the eerie glow in the ghost-filled portholes, and I am
That is so
super
cool.
stoked about this. I really am, you
Look,
guys.
there you go.
Yeah,
Oh, look at that.
that.
That's really blue.
That's so cool, man.
yeah,
I love it.
That
I'm
is
stoked.
amazing.
yeah. I am stoked.
So cool. So I haven't got anything quite as cool as these gentlemen, but what I have got is one of these little guys that I've put together and primed. So he was actually given to me when I went to visit one of the stores. They were kind of giving them away as like a freebie for people, and this is the one that I was given. I couldn't find my little skeleton riders, but I will find them. But he's going to be kind of a stand-in for today. So I've already glued him and primed him, and he's ready to paint. So that's what I'm going to be doing.
That's awesome.
I think it's cool. I think it's just as cool. I like painting those little guys. I got tons of them. It's fun.
I want to watch your technique on it because I haven't painted, and I was talking about it on Steve's stream, but I used to paint lead figures because they made our Dungeons and Dragons figures out of lead, and you as a kid handled the lead all the time. And that is a true story. Yeah.
Yes, of course you did. Yeah, you kept in your pocket, you kind of held them
yeah.
and played with them, and yeah, didn't do you guys any harm.
No, we're fine.
Well,
Fine.
thankfully they turned mine to pewter, and now it's this nice, safe, pliable plastic. But mine, when I was doing it when I was young, the Warhammer stuff, mine were all pewter figures. So, but yeah, pretty close to the lead, not quite though.
All right, let's get into it.
How you doing?
Yes, let's do this. And
All right.
like I say, these build streams seem to be very, very popular. I think everybody seems to really enjoy it, and we've got a couple of people saying, they're building along with us. I think Daniel, if I scroll back up, he says, yep, here it is. He says, working on a project of my own, so it's great to have a purple chill stream. Feels like working with friends in the room. Absolutely.
Heck yeah, Daniel, that's
Heck
awesome,
yes.
dude. All right.
Absolutely, and it's so good to just do this and to see what you guys are actually working on as well, because one of the things that we loved from the previous streams that we've done is people sent us pictures on Twitter and in the
was
DM
awesome.
groups of
was awesome.
what you guys had, and it was so good to see.
It really was awesome. I can't believe some of the work. I know we had talked about there was a Smog the Dragon, countless beautiful Warhammer figures. Of course, our very own Maxfield von Priestley is a star in painting those, but it is so great to see your guys' fandom. It genuinely is. We are true nerds. We are true nerds.
Looking away, huh? Look at you.
I'm not a nerd.
Oh,
That's okay,
there we
we're
go.
working on it.
Yeah, you'll get
We'll
there.
make a nerd out of you yet.
Your dad's a nerd, though, dude. Yeah, he's an uber nerd.
Do this, man. This kid is gonna
I
kill
know.
me.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
it's a figure of speech, my man. Figure of speech.
Oh wow. Yeah. Oh, so yeah, I am impressed with this kit. I really am. You definitely want to have some space. This is not going to be something you can do like on a TV tray or just a like, you know, if you do it on your kitchen table, prepared not to eat at the kitchen table for a while. You could probably get away with one of those card tables, you know, that they have the fold up ones that, you know, when you have people over for Thanksgiving or whatever.
Yes, yes.
You could probably do that. But yeah, it definitely needs space.
Would you say with this model, it's one of the most affordable ones? Because given the size of it, it was reasonably priced, wasn't it? If I remember
Well,
correctly.
for what you get from it, it was. The problem is, and I think I talked about it on the last stream, is that I had ordered several things from Amazon to try to determine what it is that I wanted to do, and then Amazon canceled 2 of the model kits. And I went to go look why, and they had raised the price $10 each.
Yes. I actually went on as well, and it happened in the UK site as well, because I wanted to order it was a Grim Reaper model, like the Aurora kits that they used to do, and it looked really cool. I thought, okay, you know, this is pretty, this is the sort of thing that I would make, and it was about 9 inches tall, and it looked really good for the price, and it went up by about £12.
Yeah, and I checked today, and the price did not get any better. So you made the joke of what do they know that we don't know, and I'm going to guarantee you everything. So, yeah.
Oh yes.
Let's go, Brandon.
And Jaden's got a question for you. Salty says, did that little project come along the other day?
Which one?
I'm not sure. Which
many
which one,
projects.
Jaden?
There have been a lot.
You did a project for me, man, today. So there's so many projects. I don't think you can keep track.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think you're talking about the Lord of the Rings and the Wheel of Time project. We're actually starting that today after this stream. I'm going to start.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we talked about this on your show, Steve.
Yeah.
How do we get people to really kind of, now that Wheel of Time season 2 is on the horizon, we know that it's going to be agenda again. They're actually condensing 2 books into 8 episodes, which is going to be a disaster. Let's be honest about it. But how do we get people to what is the true source material? You know, everybody knows Tolkien comparatively, but Robert Jordan, you know, maybe you've seen the books, but maybe you haven't read it. So our plan is to talk about what we loved about book 2 and what it is that we think must absolutely be shown on the screen if you're going to be book accurate and some other stuff. Is that what you were thinking too, Steve, or where did you want to go with that thing, dude?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that's the best thing to do, right? I mean, start us off. Hopefully, I mean, we did that stream yesterday, right, or Wednesday, which was pretty much a little bit book stuff, but we sort of was spitballing the idea around with Nathan and Pips from White Cloaks, but it got me thinking. You know, I think I'm probably going to do, Ryan, we're going to do another talk with Ryan about the book, not about the show, because he finished The Great Hunt. So, you know, he had a lot to say about it when he got home. So that'll be a fun conversation. It's always fun to talk about Wheel of Time with people that are just discovering it now. It's sort of good to put your shoes back in there and, you know, get that feeling again of not knowing what's happening. So, start with that. And then, I think I'm going to do something almost just because I feel like the Shadow Spawn are being neglected by Amazon. Something on Shadow Spawn, just a instructional how-to on what they are. But that's the best way to do it because it's so good. Just get people, you know, knowing what the source material is like, right?
Would you guys say it's the best time to get into these books now that there's another season coming?
It doesn't hurt, but I mean, I think it's no. I mean, it's. I would never say it's a bad time to read Wheel of Time, but I mean, it's good to know what's going on, especially if you're hanging out with me in Salty, you know, because we all, especially me, always talking Wheel of Time. But it's always good to find a new fantasy thing to read for me, anyways, since everything seems to take so long to come out.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people in the chats are kind of there with you. So Daniel says he's just finished the final book yesterday and he's been
Brilliant.
writing notes. And Kayla Dare, hello, sweetheart. Good to see you. She says she's reading The Great Hunt. She's still feeling a little bit under the weather, so I hope you feel much better soon.
Bad on the sick, good on the great hunt.
Yeah. It's great to see you guys. I'm sorry, I'm not facing the chat and I don't have another monitor, so I'm relying on Purple to tell me what's going on while I build. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
And for people who don't know, Steve mentioned someone named Ryan. Now, Ryan is Steve's older son who has been reading the Wheel of Time series for the first time starting now. So,
Oh, okay.
Man, look at all the book readers we got in here. This is awesome. Book
Yeah.
11 just finished on the
Yeah.
Great Hunt. I mean, that's so good. Yeah, and so sorry for anybody that doesn't know.
I don't read books.
He's sort of reading it. I know you don't read books. You're not a nerd, apparently. Right? Nerd. I feel like we're Revenge of the Nerds.
I
Nerd.
know, he's
What
going
is
to be
happening over
stealing
here?
kids' lunch money over there. Yeah.
And let me say hello to Zax. Hello, love. Good to see
Hey.
you. Zax had another great stream the other day, so so good to see you.
Zax, check your DMs.
You're in trouble, buddy.
What?
No, I'm kidding.
And Aiken, good to see you, Aiken. He says, I'm listening to book 6, Lord of Chaos.
Dude,
Nice.
dude, Lords of Chaos.
Yeah.
Peak
I don't know
awesomeness
what
in that
that
book.
is.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I love Lords of Chaos.
And hello to Ronan Rapiter. Great to see you as well. Look at that, so many great people in the chat, and it's so good to see because everybody's talking Wheel of Time now that you guys have mentioned this. And Asdasha, great to see you. Says Red the Dragon Reborn was trying to get the Shadow Rising with similar covers to the others, but they've been discontinued. Been reading A Tale of Two Cities.
Oh.
And these books aren't easy to get a hold of, are they? If I remember
Well,
correctly.
the graphic
I wanted them
novels.
in hardback.
Yeah, the graphic novels in particular, but people don't want the new Amazon covers. I mean, I got all these books, back when you could get them easily, from thrift stores and stuff like that. But the graphic novels in particular, good luck. Good luck getting them.
Yes.
Yeah, I checked when you broke it out the other day. I checked again, over $100 for it still. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the first one.
Yep.
The other ones are $500 or $600 or $1,000 for every other one after that.
Wow,
So
that's
yeah.
crazy. But that's what happens, when people want the genuine article. And speaking of genuine articles, Genuine Comics, great to see you. Hello
Hey.
there. And Daniel says, Purple Valkyrie, the best part of listening to the audiobooks is you learn how to properly pronounce all the names.
Yeah,
Unlike
I'm still
some
working on that. Still working on that.
Daniel, you know that's not true. I listen to all of them. I can't pronounce any of them.
That's true.
And Zach says, Salty, I don't remember Bob Ross being so handsome.
Oh, wow. You're a married man, dude. Back off. I don't swing that way. Thanks, Carl. No.
I love that. I love those deep fakes. It's so good.
It is fun. It is fun. It really is. All right. Okay, I am hitting a confusing part on this, and I am struggling a little bit, but that's okay.
But having seen you build this, it seems that it goes together really quite quickly.
It does. It really does. It could just be user error on my part, but I'm doing some very complicated things because this quite literally, and I can't even see what I'm doing because I've got my window closed. This quite literally is the hull, is the exterior hull that I now need to put on. So it's going to be a little intense, I think. But
And Louise says you're assuming the narrator is pronouncing them correctly. That's not always the case. This
Fair.
is true.
Very fair.
And hello to Jim Cox. Great to see you. Says Dave's not here, man. Good to see you. How are you coming along, Easton? How's it going? You nearly finished up, bet you are. That looks pretty darn good.
Coming along pretty good
On the
here.
third, actually, now we're on the fourth page because I just finished the third page.
Wow. This
Moving
kid's
along.
crushing it. This kid's crushing it.
Yes, he
I'm a
is.
Lego nerd, not a nerd.
Oh,
Oh, okay, okay.
all
So
right. I
that's
see how
moving
it
the
is.
parameters a little bit.
Yeah,
Plays
I see
video
how it is.
games, you know, Lego. Not a nerd though.
We've got we owe you congratulations, don't we, Steve? Because you've just launched something very important on your channel.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, yeah, and Salty helped me out with it too. You know, membership became available. I'm still trying to figure my way through it, but Mr. Salty crafted a masterful little intro for me for membership, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm still trying to figure out all the buttons and things to do with it, but try and make it worth it. Yeah, for anybody to becomes a member, it's like, you know, thank you, Zach, very much.
Yes.
But yeah,
So
it's fun.
guys, please check that out. I love to see when people get the memberships, when they get the monetization. It's it feels like all the hard work you put into the channel. It really does feel good, doesn't it?
Oh, it feels great, and it was funny because, you know, me and Salty were just talking, and then it's like, you know, let's just bang this out for you. I'm like, and then all of a sudden, like an hour later, I got this pretty intro he crafted out of nothing. I'm like, wow, that was that was pretty unexpected. Yeah,
That was impressive.
Did that in an hour.
Yeah, I mean, I was just hanging out anyway, and I was like, "No, dude, don't spend money. We'll just get this done."
Let me just put this together for you in 2 seconds. I'll tap my hands and boom. Like, whoa.
Salty puts intros together the way Easton puts Lego together, just masterfully. Let me just say a very big thank you to Daniel. Great to see you as always. He sends us a $5 super chat. He says,
awesome.
who else thinks Purple should rename this stream going forward? Purple Chill Stream and Salty Struggle Session.
Okay, I see how it is. Oh my god. All right, that's fine. I'm doing just fine now. I was having a difficult time with something, but yeah, turn around is fair play. That's fine.
Thank you, Daniel. Much appreciated. And let me say hail to Jacob Ironside. Good to see you.
Yeah, hail.
Great to see everybody today.
And Jacob has his own channel, which is just starting. And he reached out to me on Twitter, asked for me to subscribe, and I did. So go check out Jacob Ironside, another up-and-coming content creator.
All right.
I will make sure I'm subscribed. That's awesome. And I'd love to see people that we have in our chats, and you know, everybody should, if they want to, have a channel, because it really is a lot of fun, guys, and that is the most important thing, getting your voice heard and having fun and getting to hang out with amazing people like this. And Zach says Salty's a wizard like that. Absolutely.
He is the wizard, I'll tell you. Out of thin air, it was just like poof. And this pretty polished thing showed up. I was amazed.
You're welcome.
And hello to Andy Masterson as well. Another fantastic, very talented creator.
I'm enjoying this immensely. It's so gratifying to build stuff like this. It's a sensation. Purple, you and I were talking about how doing things with your hands and, you know, not sort of reading the news, doom scrolling, you know, whatever it is, just making something and doing it with other people. It's a heck of a lot of fun. And I am so enjoying this, you know?
It is, yes. This is a fantastic idea. And I think it's a great idea moving forward as well. And I think it's something that I think more and more people, we're going to get on, and we're going to be on different channels and just kind of hang out and just be creative. It really is a fantastic idea.
If I show you, Purple, what it is that I'm going to start building tomorrow, you promise not to tell anybody else?
I promise it will not go any further than this stream.
Okay, don't tell anybody. Okay.
Okay.
But I'm really excited about this. Can I just say that?
Oh, look at that.
This is the big one. This is
Do I dare full screen that, Salty?
This is the big one. Yeah, let me try not to break my pirate ship. But yeah, this is the big one of the Enterprise, and it comes with it's in the, you know, the OG Enterprise, obviously, but it comes with the shuttlecraft, And I am really, really excited about this. The detail looks pretty darn good. And I can't wait to build this bad boy. Look at the shuttlecraft, and it comes with a stand. Yeah, guess where that's going to live? Right behind me. So yeah.
Oh, that's going to be so good.
Yeah.
Read what Daniel said right there. There it is. Daniel's got it right there.
What's that?
Hold on, let me pull it up for you. There you go.
I just read it.
He got all red.
Oh no! What did it say?
It says, Prophet of the Dragon, he might not be interested right now, but all the best girls are nerds.
That's true. It's true.
It is, yeah.
It's the quiet ones you want. They're
Oh, yes.
fun. Fun.
Find
Little-
yourself a cool nerd girl. That's always sound advice.
Yeah. Look at them building pirate ships.
Man, that's such a
And the weird thing about this little guy that I've got, because I don't know where he's from or what he's from, I'm just going to make it up as I go along and just hope for the best when it comes to painting him. 'Cause I don't know whether he's supposed to have a particular color code or whether he's supposed to have armor in a particular color, but I'm just going to guess as I go.
Look at that. I've got half a pirate ship. Yeah, I was just going to say, well, thank God it's not Pride Month anymore. Painting that rainbow on your Warhammer figure would be difficult. So, yeah.
I have to put on his shield or something.
Yeah.
That's the fun of the Warhammer ones. Even you can just make up your own. I mean, yeah, some of them, if you're hardcore, you're going with the colors, right? But I tend to just sort of paint them however I feel like it.
Oh, okay.
For me, I mean, I know there's everybody does it differently. I just I just like to put colors together that look nice and try and come up with something unique for me.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty muted. I think he's going to have just little kind of splashes of color, but it's mostly going to be the kind of iron gray of his armor. But I might do that. Let's see who else we've got. We've got Ian so forth. Good evening. Good to see you. And good evening to Archie Collins. Says, evening, folks. What are you painting? I've got this little dude here. I don't know if you can see him. He's like I said, he was kind of given to me when I went into one of the gaming stores. So I thought, right, I've got him to hand. I'm going to put him together and paint him whilst I'm looking for the actual thing that I wanted to paint. And Jacob says, Purple, I'm looking into getting some minifigs to paint. Awesome. That is cool. I'd love to see those.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Relaxing.
It is very relaxing. I will agree. I don't think I'd ever play with them, but I do very much like the idea of painting them, and it is very relaxing just to kind of sit back and do and chat and have a good time.
I look at some of those figures, and I was looking at them last night, and there are so many talented people in this community. I know Maxfield Von Priestley does his models. There are other people, but I have not painted a tiny little action figure in 35 years, and I'm just wondering, when you guys paint these things, how do you try and get the gradient and the shading so it looks perfect, or do you just kind of go with it and let it go? Because my brain has a hard time with just letting it go with things. So,
for me, I've tried, at least with the priming, I've primed it so that one side has less shadow on, so this side's a lot darker than this side.
okay.
So that's what I wanted the shadows to fall. Now, whether that will translate when I put the paint on properly, fingers crossed it will, but I've got no guarantee that it will. But that was my thinking, at least going forward. Like I say, I'm very, very newbie when it comes to painting these things.
Yeah, I'm not very advanced either. Like I just enjoy doing it. So I'll prime it and then just base it out with something, and then detail it out, and then try and capture some light direction and shadows, and then I'll cheat and put wash on it at the end.
Okay. That's what I was wondering. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a cheater. I use wash because I'm not good enough as some of these people that some of these artists, I mean, because that's what they are, that are able to do all the shading and stuff freehand. I can't. My hand's not steady enough.
This is what I've got so far.
That looks great so far, Easton.
That looks so cool.
Looks like a ship almost. On our
And
way.
BK, aka the Dark Shadow, great to see you. Says we're 107 days away until Halloween.
Yes.
That's the sort of countdown I like to see. Thank you.
Speaking of Halloween, what is your guys' favorite? Let's start with Easton. What is your favorite candy, Easton, to get for Halloween? Like, what's the best candy to get, and what's the worst candy? Like, when you go to somebody's door that you're like, why are you giving me this crap?
Whompers. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. What's your favorite? This is an important question, man.
It is important.
So right now, I would say the best candy are the jumbo chocolate bars.
Oh.
Go ahead, keep up.
And it's the jumbo Hershey chocolate bars.
Oh, right on, man.
And
Classic.
the worst candy
Yes.
is sometimes I've gotten fruit snacks, and that is
Oh, that's hysterical. Anything healthy, the man doesn't want anything to do with. Okay, I respect that.
No, you're not gonna say
come
how.
on.
No, okay. She's never coming in here. He's building the ship in the bottle. Yeah.
Halloween's a big deal for you guys, isn't it? It always has been. It's slowly getting bigger over here, but even when I was a kid, we didn't really have trick-or-treating, which was a shame because I would have loved to have done that.
Halloween's it's always been big, but it's sort of take a different role when you become a father. But it's fun. It's fun. I mean, sort of my role has now been the house, making sure the house looks nice and decorated with my dad. Right, just we got this big giant werewolf and stuff, and it's I'll have to take a picture.
It's a giant werewolf that howls when the sensor scans.
Yeah, you had me a giant werewolf.
I know, right?
We call him
That is
Charlie.
sad.
Yeah, we call him Charlie the werewolf, and it's so much fun. Just Halloween is, I don't know what it is. It's great fun.
Like the kids gather in groups. I hate Punk Waddle.
No respect for Punk Waddle.
We love Punk Water. Good
We
to
love
see you.
Punk Waddle. Oh my god.
Jacob says healthy fruit on Halloween is a real horror. Absolutely.
Yes.
Agreed. Yes.
Zach says Whoppers candy should be illegal.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Whoppers are
what
terrible.
What are Whoppers?
They're the
again?
malted balls. They're the round, brown, and you chew into it, and it's like hollow, almost terribleness.
Like
you
the
want
crunchy?
No.
The one that comes in the
No,
white
here
packet?
I'll show you Whoppers here. Yeah,
I feel like
see.
I've eaten them.
you
before.
have. And they're
That
disgusting.
sounds like
I
we
love
have Maltesers.
Whoppers.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Purple's talking.
I
Buddy.
really like.
Sorry, Purple.
No, you carry on. No, sorry. As I say, it just sounds like something that we have. They're called Maltesers, but they're crunchy. They're not soft.
Yes, they
But,
are. You sent me
I
a
don't
whole
like
box of those.
Those.
Archie
Yeah,
Collins
I
says,
like them.
are you doing anything with the base? I will be. I've got grass that I'm going to put on. I can see that. And I've got little rocks as well that it's going to be built onto.
Oh yeah. I love me a good Twix.
Oh yeah.
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 What do you guys have, Purple, in the UK? If you don't have Halloween, do you have another holiday that's around that time? And if you do, what happens?
Well, for us, the closest one is Bonfire Night, which is November 5th. So
Okay.
that's kind of similar to what you do. So we have, obviously we have firework displays and people kind of gather together in parks and things and like bonfires, and that's what we do.
Okay.
But it's not quite the same because it's obviously celebrating something very different.
Yeah.
But it's still kind of an excuse for people to get together. And hello to Aiken. Great to see you. He sends us a $2.99 Australian super
Nice.
chat. Hello, good morning. He says, "Hey everyone, what kits are you building? I missed it."
Once she
Oh.
tells you, you want to show first?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, please.
Building a 962 piece ship in a bottle Lego.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome.
Look at that. That
I
is so
know.
cool.
Yes, I love that.
I feel a bit left out because we seem to have a ship theme going on
I
today.
know, right?
Well, the
We're
funny
all
thing
very
about it,
comical.
it's been sitting in my son's closet, and I'm like, we're gonna build it, and he's like, all right.
And I am building a pirate ship. This is actually the Flying Dutchman. And when you can see the portholes along the side here, the
Mhm.
lights that are inside, actually it lights up green like it's a haunted ship, like the Flying Dutchman was a haunted pirate ship. So I am building that.
What I wanted to ask, Salty, is how do you turn the lights on once you've got the hole? Is it a little switch that you have to flip?
Yeah,
or is it a button?
it's in the base, and
Okay.
I will grab it, but it's right here, and it's self-contained in the base itself.
Oh,
And
that
see,
is cool.
here's the base.
Okay.
It sits on this, and
Mhm.
then it has the sign right there that says, is that upside down? Of course it is. Yeah, see the Flying Dutchman, and then
Mhm.
behind it is a little battery thing, and you turn it on, and it's spooky. So yeah.
Oh, that is very cool. That's I was wondering how it was turned on, but that's amazing.
I'm
And
so
I
stoked.
have just got this little dude that I'm painting because
I
the
love
thing
it.
that I wanted to find I couldn't find, so he's kind of a stand-in until I find my skeleton troop. But he's kind of cute, so he's easy to find. But thank you, Aiken. Great to
Yeah.
see you.
And I will put the link to this, and I'm only using Amazon because that's where I got it from. Unfortunately, I'm nobody's sponsoring me, so I don't get anything out of this. But I'm just going to tell you, if you're interested in doing this, and I recommend it. I would, and I'll tell you when stuff is crap, like that thing I tried to build the other day. They actually raised the price on this. Jeez, this was not the price I paid when I got this. Wow. Yeah.
And Snacks and Comics, great to see you. Says, "Hey, be nice to my co-host."
Yeah, that'd be a first. Let's see. There we go. So yeah, this is the Flying Dutchman. When I got it, it was $29, and now it is $41. Oh, it won't let me post it. Wonderful. I'm gonna have to do a tiny URL.
That was only $29.
It was. Now it's 40. Now it's 42 because I guess that's. Let's go, Brandon. I don't know.
That's crazy.
And speaking of Brandon, let me shout out Brandon, the anime guy. Great to see you. He had a fantastic stream earlier with a really, really brilliant guest. Legal Mindset was on with him, and they had a really fascinating talk. I need to go back and watch like the last 15 minutes because I missed it. But what an amazing show this morning. So well done, Brandon. Really, really proud.
I missed it, unfortunately, because I was busy making something for Steve, but I'm going to catch it on the replay.
And Ian so forth says about Bonfire Night, it's an excuse to get together and get slightly drunk.
Oh, that sounds like my kind of holiday, if we're honest about it. So.
Not gonna lie, it does work. Aiken says the ship in the bottle is very cool. Yes, it is. It is very cool.
We talked about it the last stream, but how expensive Legos are. I was shocked by that. So, yeah.
I think now this is, forgive me, I think this is a few years old, but I think $99 for this when it came out, something like that.
I believe it. Yeah.
Okay.
Steve,
myself on a Lego.
Steve, you have a bunch of little figures, or am I using the wrong language? Like, you had like two dozen. Were they Warhammer or what? Were
they're Age of Sigmar Warhammer.
Okay. Okay.
Ryan, my oldest, is trying to build like an undead army, and I got a bunch of chaos guys. We have delusions that we're going to be able to play, but we're trying to rebuild.
Gotcha.
But yeah, we got tons of them.
I hear so many people talking about Warhammer 40K, including our own Maxfield on Priestley. But what is it that drew you to Warhammer 40K? It seems like there's so much freaking to that whole thing, just like with anime.
Well, for me, like honestly, I do the Age of Sigmar, not the 40K. The 40K is like the futuristic. Okay. So the Age of Sigmar is like the more like, I guess it would be like, I guess, medieval type. I mean, they're still using like no guns in Age of Sigmar. It's just all swords and sorcery type stuff. Whereas like 40K, you have the guns and armor, well, more high tech armor and tanks and stuff like that. There's more Age of Sigmar is more chariots and banners and weapon like swords and sorcery type stuff. So that's my jam. So that's where I landed. But they're both cool. I mean, there's some awesome looking figures no matter where you look. Some of those Space Marines are so cool looking.
Yeah,
really are. Yeah, I think if this is a hobby that you want to get into, even if you don't play, just to paint them, the possibilities are endless. Absolutely. And let me just say a huge thank you and hello to Punkwaddle, who sends us a sleepy chat. He says, I get no respect, but we do offer alibi insurance.
We love Punkwaddle. We got to meet Punkwaddle in Dallas, just like we did Daniel. And Punkwaddle is a heck of a nice guy. He really is. So hail to you. Even though you drank all the scotch, you're still a nice guy. So.
It was very good scotch. I'm not a scotch drinker, but I did have a little sip, and it was smooth.
Mm-hmm. It was amazing. Thank you to Nico, the one and only Nico Clark.
Hell yes, absolutely. And Aiken says that the flat pack kit looks very cool. Just completed a 3D bookend like that.
That's incredible. See, I didn't realize this was even a thing where it's this kind of heavier gauge laminated paper. And, when you step back from it, it looks pretty darn good. It really, really does. I'm going to see how this finished product looks, but I already got the Queen Anne's Revenge, which of course was Blackbeard's pirate ship, because I have a impulse problem when it comes to things like this, and so I will be building that after I do the Enterprise. So, yeah.
And Aiken says, very cool, Purple. Didn't know you like Warhammer. I walked into a games workshop with my wife. She said, nerd alert loud enough to interrupt the tabletop game.
Oh my god. That's hilarious.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I wouldn't say I was into Warhammer. This guy could be possibly Warhammer. What I will do is I'll take a picture of him and put him up on Twitter after. So if anybody can identify him, I would be really, really appreciative. I think I've got a second one of him, and he just came in like a little kit that I cut out, they usually do. But yeah, that's hilarious. Like, I love that, and I think that's what I got this guy from. It was one of my local games workshops, which we still have.
Somebody needs to put a Space Marine on a milk carton and say, have you seen this? Have you seen this action figure? Because we don't know what Purple's painting.
Can you identify this man?
Yes.
Here you go. This is one of the ones Ryan painted.
Oh, wow. Hold on. Let me make that.
Ooh, that is incredible.
I'm trying to get focused a little better.
Yeah. That's amazing. Great colors.
Yeah, he loves the blues and stuff. So the camera's let me down a little bit, but yeah. And then here's my little dude. Here, I got my guy right here.
Oh, look at him.
Okay, that's really cool. See, now I want to do that. I've got FOMO.
We need little characters to represent ourselves.
I agree.
It's just fun. It's so much fun to paint them, and then it's so satisfying when you're done. You just like, yeah, I did. I'm not I'm far from the best at it, but just like, okay, that looks pretty good, and then you get better each time. It's really rewarding, right?
Yeah.
That is great. And
Whoa.
Colin says it looks like a little bit like an old Chaos Warrior. That's awesome. Thank you, Colin. I knew somebody out there would be able to kind of recognize him.
I've had a breakthrough. I've essentially got most of my hull in place now, so
nice.
I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah, there we go. Take that, Daniel.
Can I get you guys just to vamp for just a couple of seconds?
Oh, absolutely.
My headphones are about to die, so I'm just going to switch over. I will be right back.
Nope. I gotcha. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So let me take a look in the chat. Punk Waddle is making excuses for drinking all the scotch again. Says, I was thirsty and that was just drunk Waddle. Yeah, I was there. That was drunk Waddle. Archie Collins says, I'm amazed the store still had a gaming table given how commercialized they are now. I haven't been in a gaming store, that's not true, in about a year. And they had some back issues in comics, but I would say 70% of the store was Funko Pops and those little mystery blind boxes and blind bags for things. Now, some of those I actually think are cool. I'm not going to lie. I got a couple Lord of the Rings like keychain things. Yeah. I think those are wicked cool, but I can't believe like they weren't kidding. You hear people talk about Funko Pops are like the moneymaker. I didn't realize that was such a big deal.
Yeah, they're everywhere. Like half of GameStops now are Funko Pops. It's ridiculous. But...
Yeah. The last time I was in a GameStop here where I live in central rural Texas. Yeah, I would say probably a quarter of the store was Funko Pops and T-shirts related to anime. A quarter of the store was just anime and anime-related accessories. And then maybe, a quarter to a third of the store was actual, physical media, for PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, things along those lines. And then you had a smattering of all the other stuff that's in there. But, yeah, it's not easy to find these model kits anymore. Like the old model kits, like the Enterprise that I got, that one is still on sale at Amazon. And again, that's the 1 to 500 scale. So when you build the Enterprise, it will be 2 feet long. It's not one of the tiny ones. So, yeah. Are you back, Purple?
I think so. Can you hear me okay? All right.
A little echoey, but yeah.
Little echoey. All right.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know. Easton, are you into anime at all? Like, what do you like to watch? You don't like anime?
Yeah. I mean, I just watch like Pokemon.
Okay.
I don't know if that's anime, but
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, it's an anime.
It's your sister that's like got manga and anime all over the place. She's gung ho for it, but yeah, too nerdy for him, I guess.
How's that? Is that any better?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
Awesome. 100%. There we go. Sweet.
Yeah.
And I think we're getting recommendations in the chat. Daniel says, Purple Valkyrie, they're mortal heroes that have been transformed into supernatural warriors, kind of like a Valkyrie. Okay, let me go back and check. There we go. So this was the previous message. He says, Valkyrie, you have a Games Workshop Stormcast Eternal, which is from Age of Sigmar, like Prophet was mentioning.
Okay, that's amazing.
It's cool.
That's amazing. Hail Daniel. All right. Someone get that man a virtual cocktail for that one.
Heck yes. I love our chat. Whenever we need to know something, I can always count on the chat. You guys are amazing.
True. It is absolutely true.
And Colin says, Valkyrie, I've been meaning to ask, are you going to have a Discord? I wasn't going to, but I will leave it up to you guys. What I will do is I will put a poll up. If you think that it's something that would be useful, I can certainly make a Discord. I'm just not on Discord very often. Twitter is usually the easiest place to get a hold of me.
Agreed. It's for me. I just want to keep things simple, and I got invited to other creators, and no disrespect to anybody, but I got invited to Gilded not knowing what it was, and it's essentially I now have to have like 5 or 6 apps on my phone, and everything's going off at all the time, and and it's just a lot to keep track of, you know. And I like to keep things simple, because when you keep things simple, you minimize the probability of failure points.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I'm right there with you. Very big fan of keeping it simple and streamlined, and but if it's something that you guys think in the future is going to be useful, I can certainly look into it for you.
I mean, Discord's cool, but it seems like a lot. I feel like it's better if you have a group of people to manage it. I mean, there's a lot that can go on and get out of control real fast.
Oh, yes. And that is the other issue, especially at the moment. There's a lot kind of going on in real life. So I would be very embarrassed if I was kind of lax in looking after it. So I would probably have to ask if there was anybody who would like to kind of run it. And I wouldn't want to put that sort of pressure on people.
Yeah, I agree.
But Punkorder says Discord is neat and so is Gilded, but at the same time, it's hard to keep track of. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I would agree. The other thing, too, is the ability to step away from YouTube for a while as a content creator. It's important, you know, because it can begin to take over your life and you don't even realize it. And we love doing this. I love doing this. I love working with you guys. I love seeing everybody in chat. But also, you know, it's also nice to take just a wee bit of a break and not have the phone going bing, bing, bing all day, you know?
It is, absolutely. And it's I think we've talked about it in the past. It is finding that balance between doing something that you love, which we do with the channels, and just kind of stepping away and doing stuff and getting some fresh air, which is so important, especially at the moment. Yeah.
You know, some of the bigger channels obviously have people that take care of their social media and all those other things. And we don't. Everything that we do, from making our intros, our outros, editing, everything, you know, social media stuff we do, we all do it ourselves. And you know, everything takes time, and we take a lot of pride in what we make. So, you know, but you also need a little vacation from the internet every once in a while.
Yes, you can get a little bit obsessive, and once you find yourself looking at numbers and comparing and thinking, well, you know, this didn't do as well as the previous, so what did I do wrong? And you can just you can drive yourself crazy. Exactly.
Yeah, you know, Shadiversity dropped a really important video today, and I'm not like a big viewer of his stuff, but I know of him and I appreciate what he does. But the reason why I bring it up is he did what I thought was perhaps one of the most heartfelt and honest videos that I have seen in a long time from a larger channel. Now, I'm not saying anything negative at all about Shadiversity, but just that this one hit me pretty hard. And you know, we're not supposed to talk about how hard this is and how YouTube is not necessarily being nice to us, but I have 2 strikes already. All right, let's be honest about it. So, but Shadiversity released a video that for a lot of us content creators at the size that Purple and I are, and of course Steve is not too far behind us. We've got Zax is in there, Nerporeal Life Form, everybody we work with. We've all seen in the last couple of months that our videos are not being seen and our numbers are not what they used to be. And a lot of us were wondering, what am I doing wrong? And it is interesting, and where I'm going with this is that Shadiversity, who I forget what his sub count is, I think it's several 100,000, is that even these large creators that maybe weren't as advertiser friendly with their content, we'll just say that, meaning not shilling, that everybody across the board had been kind of experiencing this, well, if you're not part of the winning team thing, we're not going to get your content out there as much. So that was, I just think this was a really important video, because I know for myself, I was really questioning what happened, you know? And, you know, I mean, I'm not pulling in hundreds of thousands of views like some channels do. It's just, so it makes a difference when you're off on your view count. So, yeah.
It is, and at the end of the day, as creators, all we want to do is make something that you guys enjoy and that we enjoy, and we get a lot of satisfaction knowing, and when we get comments, when we get amazing messages in the chat, when we get DMs and emails from you guys saying thank you for talking about this, or thank you for covering this, or it makes it all worthwhile, and we love getting to talk to you guys.
The super chats really do help us, because none of us, we don't get anything off the videos we play. We make those because we love talking about what we talk about. So, it really does make a big difference. And so I am so incredibly grateful to everyone for the likes, for the comments, for the shares, because it really does help the video, especially when you're a smaller up and coming channel. So, yeah.
Absolutely. And we've got a lot of people that really like sharing the chat. As Deja says, chat's kind of mild. I have a lot of respect for what he does. Colin says, haven't watched the video yet, but love his historical stuff.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I know of him. I know some of his Wheel of Time coverage, but what I respect is when people get on this platform and they speak honestly. And I really, really appreciate that. I really do. So he was really honest today. We'll just say that. And I really, really respect that. So
Yeah, I've listened to most of it, and I would highly recommend it. It's about 40 minutes long, if I remember correctly, isn't it?
Yeah. He goes in depth in a lot of it. Obviously, if you can listen to it, but it just meant something to us as content creators, because all of us are friends offline. I mean, Steve, you and I talk all the time. I mean, you hit me on Twitter or text me, and Purple, you and I talk all the time planning, and same thing with Zax and Max and, Gray and everybody that we work with. And we've all been kind of wondering what's going on, and, summer's usually a slower time on YouTube, but this year in particular, it's just felt kind of strange,
It
and
has,
now, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, the start of the year is usually slow as well, but a lot of the channels had an amazing first few months. We were really happy with the growth and the traction that we were getting, and it was so good to see new names in the chat, and it's still great to see everybody. Behemoth, great to see you. 666, he says, always appreciate the little things. Tallahassee, I think the quote was from Zombieland.
That's awesome.
Absolutely. Yes, and you are absolutely correct. Enjoy the little things.
Yeah.
Daniel, great to see you. Thank you again, Daniel. He says, Punkwaddle took notes on the new Resident Evil show. Dare we hope for a long-form Punkwaddle show ponderance?
Yeah, I was busy reorganizing my studio the other day, and I heard, Az came up, and Az is, Az has been sick, and him talking about that show, I literally, it was worse than, it sounds like Batwoman. It's just total trash.
Yes, it does. From the reviews that I've heard people have given, it does sound like absolute nonsense, to be honest. And I suppose we shouldn't be surprised given the track record that we've had, especially TV shows from games. But I do feel so bad for people that are fans of these franchises. We've just had Halo pretty much ruined. Now we've got Resident Evil. Yeah. But thank you, Daniel. Thank you so much. And Ian so forth, good evening, or almost good morning. Good to see you. He sends us a £10 super chat. Thank you so much. He says, I saw that Shadowversity video. I was surprised at how animated he got. Not because he was wrong, but because he normally only gets angry for comedic effect.
Yeah, and that was why I did it. Ian, you said it better than I could. You could see it in his face that this was coming from his heart. And there was no affectation in this. He's just like, guys, something's been going on. And it's not just Shadowversity. He has 4 people that work for him that he employs. And so he feels responsible, and he's wondering, what am I doing that, you know, I might have to let somebody go. And what he figured out through, again, this is not a gut thing. He actually started looking at metrics and comparing, you know, all the back end weird stuff that you get in your studio, where you can look at how people watch and your engagement and all this data. And he figured out that they're not recommending his stuff. And if they're not recommending Shadiversity, you know they're not recommending Salty Texas Sea, Purple Valkyrie, you know, Max Fuel on Priestley, you know, and I'm only naming those names because that's, you know, in the immediate sphere. But, you know, Nerdporeal Lifeform, we could count a whole bunch of creators in there. And what are they doing instead? And I do believe this because Shadiversity talked about it. They are, of course, promoting that corporate-friendly content. The one that says Halo was the best thing ever, and Kenobi is the greatest show ever, and Boba Fett was the best show ever, and all those things. Because and I have a reason why I think they're doing that. I make no secret of it, is because we're winning. We're winning because we're telling the truth. And they didn't expect all of us with our tiny little voices and our tiny little, you know, we're not billion-dollar transnational corporations with whole marketing departments, with just us coming on with a $50 webcam and a $50 mic to be heard distinctly more than these, you know, Mockingbird legacy media sites that are out there. And I don't think they know what to do except to silence us. But maybe I'm wrong.
Absolutely, and I think Daniel agrees. He says Shadiversity is spot on. I sub and sponsor him. He's a great guy, and he does original quality original content. YouTube hates all of you creators with independent minds and original ideas.
Yeah.
And Phonebox Chicken, great to see you. Hello there. He says, I agree. I was on Facebook and it got so got so much political nonsense around the last presidential election that I tapped out. You get that my team is better than your team mentality. Let me scroll down and get part 2. But not careful. Absolutely, yeah. Things can get very, very heated, and that's one of the reasons that I tend to kind of stray away from anything to do with religion or politics, because it's people don't like to talk about it, really.
Well, I think it was you, Purple, that talked about, you know, a lot of people are talking at one another, but they're not talking to each other to exchange ideas and go, you know what? I've heard what you said. I can understand why you feel that way, but I disagree. And it's live and let live. And now it's like, oh, you didn't like Kenobi? Well, you're a racist and a misogynist. You don't like Lord of the Rings? Well, you must be part of the Ultra MAGA, and you're just intimidated by representation on the screen. And it's like, we all know this. I mean, we can all call the arguments before they even release a show, what the hell they're going to do. And the problem is that the sane adults are winning. It's not working as calling these names anymore, in my opinion.
Absolutely, and we've seen it before, and we've seen it's usually from mainstream media. As soon as something drops, they've already got the articles ready to go, anticipating backlash, and it's bizarre. It's kind of funny at the same time, but it is frustrating as fans when all we want to say is, you know, this isn't the thing that we love, but this is how we would have done it, and that's not how they're seeing it. No. Let me give a shout out and a good afternoon to Makini Draws. Great to see you. Makini, guys, is very, very close to 1K. I think he's less than 50 away. So if you're not subscribed, please check him out. He has a fantastic art channel and is doing brilliantly.
That's awesome.
Another great content creator who's working very, very hard.
There are a lot of people that are grinding it out right now, and all of the small channels are feeling what it is that we're feeling, you know? And I mean, again, you know, Shadiversity is not a small channel, you know, but he's feeling it too. Yeah,
I think somebody said he's got over Zax is there. He says he's at like 1.3 million subs on his main channel. Yes,
that's what I thought. Yeah,
and his Night's Watch channel is getting buried.
Yeah, well, it's one of those, like, when you like, I saw the tweet about it. It's when you have 1.3 million and your videos up on your main channel for an hour and you get 129 views.
Yep.
On something that he covers, it's weaponry stuff. It's not like odd content. It's just his mainline content. Something's weird happening. Yeah.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed. Yep, and it's been happening to those smaller. It's been happening on, I'd say, several people who are on the stream right now have been wondering what it is that we have been doing wrong. So just say that. So, yep.
Absolutely, and you know you shouldn't. And Salty's actually absolutely right. You know, YouTube isn't real life, but we do genuinely put so much heart into what we make. It does get discouraging sometimes, and you know we're our own worst critics sometimes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know, and one thing I respect about you and also Steve and a lot of the people we work with, a lot of them, they don't just open up an article and then essentially just read the article, and no disrespect to anyone who does at all, but we try and bring a perspective and try and already have thoughts of our own based upon something that we've read, and we will reference it, but we really try and be transformative and bring something of value to the conversation, you know?
Yes.
And that's what makes doing this so much fun, is because I really love the points of view that you and everybody who comes on the Tuesday show and other shows that we do, Zach's, you know, Gray, everybody who we've had on Nerd Coil Lifeform, they actually, you know, they have great takes, and we don't always agree, but it's just wonderful to hear what like people with deep lore have to say about things, you know?
Absolutely, and someone brings up a really important point as well. He says, I've been getting a lot of mediocre middle-of-the-road shows suggested that are neither praising nor detracting from modern media.
That's it. And that's exactly, thank you. You have proven a thesis that several people who are on this show and who are not on the show, but we work with, that we have talked about for a while, and that it is not our imagination and we're not crazy. Well, we are crazy, but we're not crazy about that. So.
Absolutely, and a lot of people seem to say the same thing, so huge thank you, and thank you to Fembush Chicken. He says, that's why I love to hear your broadcast, Purple. No agenda, you just want to get on with everybody. Absolutely, and there will come a time, guys, when I will find something that really makes my blood boil and I will rage, but on the whole, I'd like to be as positive as possible, or if I can be a little bit sarcastic about something, I will be, but I don't have the talent to rage the way that some people do, and I have to try and let it out in a different way, but I have a lot of respect for people that can just unleash it and just really talk from the heart.
You're welcome.
Exactly. Salty is definitely one of the most articulate people when it comes to talking about something that he's passionate about, and I have a huge amount of respect for that.
I was kidding, of course. I was, but I mean,
no, I'm not kidding. I think you're absolutely right.
There's a lot to be frustrated about, and one of the things, you know, I have a lot of respect for people who use surgical rage. Do you know what I mean? And that doesn't mean being disingenuous, but if you care about something passionately, to just let go, like just get it out once in a while, you know, as opposed to every day, well, this is shit and I hate that, you know, like, no disrespect to anybody, but you know, like, tell me why you don't like it. Tell me why it's different than the source material, and then what should it be? You know, because that's what we want, is especially for those other fandoms that I don't know anything about. I want someone to tell me this is why it's wrong, and this is why it's insulting, and this is why this character having their gender and sexuality swapped makes absolutely no sense, because I'm like, oh, dude, that's just like in Wheel of Time, or that's just like in Star Trek. And it's like, it really helps, you know, especially with some of these shows that I have no idea about, like, what the hell was that terrible anime thing they did on Netflix?
You have to.
Which one? It was the live action one. Sorry,
the Cowboy Bebop.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you say terrible and Netflix, and they kind of go hand in hand now, unfortunately.
True. I know, alphabetical or chronological on that one. Yeah.
And Psychodwarf has a good point. He says, serious question. I'm about 80% ready to do a model/project/stories channel. But you guys aren't filling me with confidence. We don't want to discourage anybody, not at all. You know, we have a amazing community, and if you start a channel, you will get all the support in the world.
Yes,
You
you
know,
will.
everybody will be there for you.
Yes,
but
we will.
it's not the community that's against you. It's the corporation that you're fighting against.
And what you're hearing from us are people I've been at this for almost 2 years. Purple, I don't know how long you've been on as well.
Just over 2 years. Yeah.
And so it's a different perspective, because what we're trying to do is kind of make the next leap, you know, from the 2000s, like, how do we make the next leap? You're going to get all the support in the world from all of us. You will. And that's not empty words. You can ask Steve. You can ask Unbearable 73. There's a lot of people that you can ask that we won't talk about, but you know, you will not be alone. But the biggest thing and the best advice, and I've said this before, came from the one and only Zax, from Kyle. He said, YouTube is supposed to be fun. If you're not having fun, what the hell are you doing this for? You're not going to make any money. You know, it doesn't, unless you get 100,000 views on a video, you're not going to make $5 off of it. You know, you might like 8 cents, you know, but then, you know, you build up the channel memberships. That's why they're so important. They help, you know, defer the cost if you need to buy mics. And then of course the super chats, which, you know, I am grateful for every single one. I really am.
Absolutely.
But you got to do this because you love it, you know?
Let me give a shout out to Nerdporial. Great to see you. It says, hey, Purple, Salty, and Prophet, and Eastern. Great to see you. Good.
What's going on?
Good to see you. I would like to ask Eastern a question, if that's okay, Steve.
Yeah, of course.
Eastern, obviously, he's a young gentleman. He's up and coming. Do you watch YouTube, Eastern? What do you like to watch?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Oh.
What do you watch on YouTube? A variety of stuff.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I watch a variety of stuff.
So what do you watch? Gaming. Right?
I don't.
We watch gaming stuff, right?
Yeah, I watch
and then
gaming stuff.
there's some oddball stuff, like
yeah.
like what? Like groups of people blowing stuff up or something.
Okay, that's cool. I can get behind that. Yeah.
Like, is that what it is? I don't know. I always look over and he's got like these guys going, look at this, and then something blows up. It's just like, what is happening?
No, it's just like 3 people like messing around doing stuff.
Like practical jokes and stuff?
No.
No, what, building stuff?
They do like 24-hour challenges and stuff.
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
That's kind of cool.
Game stuff too, right?
Yeah.
We were watching Nerdporial Sonic stream, so I know you're watching that.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he gets into a lot. I think he might be embarrassed. That's why he's like, I don't know that I want to admit I'm watching some of this stuff.
I'll admit some of the things that I watch. They're probably things that you wouldn't expect. You know what I love? I love to see people walking on beaches and collecting seashells and cool stones, because it makes me feel relaxed. It's something that I like to do in person, so I like to watch people do it as well.
It's funny, awesome. But I watch hoof trimming, and it's relaxing.
What? You mean like goat hoof trimming?
We also watch as people like clear out wasp nests and bullfrogs eat things.
Yep.
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
Dude, I'm telling you. Like, there's this channel called Hoof GP. The guy's like a Scottish dude, and he just like he hoof trims cows, and I'm like sit there. I'm like, dude, I am chill, man. I'm just watching this, and
that's awesome.
It's like I don't know, like these weird little corners of YouTube. It's just like you find some of the most interesting things, you know. That, and I could probably fillet any type of fish on the planet,
dude,
from watching YouTube and bluegill trimming. So yeah.
That's awesome.
So that is cool to me. That is fascinating, and it just proves that we don't just watch
Nope.
Things to do with what we cover. We in fact we tend to kind of stray away from that because that's what we talk about. So we go elsewhere for what we watch. I mean, obviously we watch as many people in the community as we can and as many streams as we can, and it's great to support everybody. But it's also good to have a really weird break. Kayla Dare says lawn mowing. That's pretty cool. I like to watch people garden and get ideas and create things. Woodworking, I think, is a fascinating skill that I don't have, but I would love to be able to do.
Nerf Wars, that's one. There's these Nerf War channels where like the newest Nerf guns come out and they just like have these giant Nerf Wars. It's the craziest thing ever, and it's amazing.
There's a couple more people that I would like to shout out to say hello. We've got Matt Jones, great to see you.
Hey.
We've got Courtney's Fellowship of Oddballs. Hello, sweetheart. Good to see you. Who else have we got? I know it. There he is. So there we have got with us Whitechapel. Now, guys, Whitechapel made the most beautiful card for me on Twitter the other day. I am so grateful. So huge thank you to Whitechapel for that.
That was very cool. And congratulations again, Purple, on cracking 2100.
Thank you. YouTube seems to be doing what it was doing to you, so they'll give a couple and then they'll take a couple back. So it's bouncing up and down at the moment, but very excited to hit that milestone. So thank you, guys.
Well deserved, very well earned.
Rosie, hello, sweetheart. Good to see you. She says Serpa Design is a YouTube channel I watch a lot. He does aquariums and terrariums. That's cool. That is awesome. Awesome Bod says my favorite space channel is the dude with the Russian accent talking about space. See, I as much as I'd love to know, when we find out that you guys are so talented with these sort of hobbies, I love to find out what you guys watch as well, because I think it's fascinating.
I agree. Yeah, and you guys were talking about hoof trimming and walking on beaches. My thing is disappearances and strange things, especially in national parks. And that is my Zen thing. Yeah. Now, there is obviously Missing 411 with David Politis is somebody I followed for a long time. I would love to have him on the channel. When I talk about all the time, to talk about Missing 411, those cases all around, not just North America, but the entire world, of people just going into the wilderness and disappearing and nobody finding anything. Nothing. Not a bow, not plastic, not boots, nothing. They're just gone. Or if they're found naked, like in a place that's been searched 20 times by somebody like who walks in a week later. It's completely inexplicable. But there's also a guy named Randy West. Check this guy out. He is absolutely amazing. He tells spooky stories and reports on missing stuff, and has a great accent while he does it. It's really chill, fun stuff. So yeah.
That is cool, and I will second the Missing 411. One of the things that we kind of got talking about when we first started working together, Salty and I, was mutual fascination for this subject, and that's kind of what led to Phenomenal.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll watch the Secure Team. It was a Secure Team 10. He does a lot of extraterrestrial stuff.
Yes, I watch them as well.
I made a flag.
Oh, look at that!
And also, that says the
Dude, that
is so good.
Wow. Plowing along. But I started watching the Skinwalker Ranch series on History.
What?
Because that's crazy stuff happening there. So.
Oh yeah, we covered that on the first video we did.
Yeah, that's part of why I started watching it. I'm like, okay, this looks crazy. I'm gonna, after and then of course you had to.
What are skinwalkers?
What are skinwalkers? It's the name of the ranch.
Good question.
Yeah, it's a good question.
We would all like to know the answer to that one. I'll tell you that. Yeah.
It's the creepiest name of anything. It's like,
Dude.
what made you name it Skinwalker? I don't know.
Well, it's based on the local Ute tribe. It's based on the local Ute tribe and the legends that go back to shape-shifting shaman that could transform into wolves. But there's something else going on there, you know?
It's a fascinating subject, and I think it's one that we're probably going to go back to at some point as well.
Yeah. I'm only a few episodes into it because already it's just like, you know, sometimes on those produced shows it's hard to tell what's acting and what's not. But there seems to be some funky stuff going on anyways, right? So it's you know, but yeah, it's pretty dang interesting, I gotta say.
And Salty Whitechapel says, when you get a chance, I sent you an email and sent you a little something.
Oh God, I'm in the middle of breaking my project. I'll get to it.
Oh no!
Thank you.
Yeah, I gotta
Thank you,
glue
Whitechapel.
it. Thank you. Let me look.
And we've got another super chat from Daniel. Thank you, honey.
Wow! Oh my God!
Oh, what happened?
Whitechapel, you're incredible. I am gonna post this. I am going to post this on the interwebs now. Sorry to interrupt, guys.
Nice. I will get back to that in just a minute, Salty. Daniel, thank you, honey. He says, I watch a cool show with a red-headed Brit and a 6'5" shaved Sasquatch that talk about urban myths and phenomenon.
That sounds cool. What's it called?
I think we should check that out. That sounds like something we'd like.
It's like my people.
What the heck?
Like my people.
Shaved Sasquatch? That man. Like, what was it? Bigfoot Hunters or something that they had? That was with the weird kooky guy. I forget. There was a Bigfoot show I watched that they're like just tripping out in the woods and like they think everything's Bigfoot. It's like you're the guys that sort of give it a bad name. I believe there's something going on, but you're a little bit. It's like watching Ancient Aliens. Everything is like,
I know.
That's why it's nice watching your guys' videos. Like there's no like production. Well, that's not true.
Thanks.
Thanks
a lot. Yeah.
I did it.
You know what I mean? There's no like fake rage or fake scare stuff.
Oh no, but there's a lot of production going on. Trust me. Yes.
You know that's not what I meant.
I know.
We know. We're only kidding. Yeah.
Is that it? You finished?
No.
Oh.
So, Salty, what's this awesome thing that you've been sent?
I'm fighting with technology, so I will put it up in a second. I'm just, yeah. Whitechapel, you are amazing. I don't know if you posted it on Twitter. I'm trying to get to it, and oh, look at that! That's amazing. This is you guys are amazing.
And Easton, everyone's loving your boat, by the way. Oh, someone says cool boat. Colin says very nice, Easton. You're doing fantastic.
In the home stretch here for the boat part, anyways. He's got like
yes.
He's almost done. I can't believe it.
So have you always been good at Lego, Easton? Is it something that you've always liked? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's got the ship here. I mean, two over there. I don't know if you can see the Bowser ship, so he put that together by himself too. So
I see it.
Yeah,
that is amazing.
So yeah, he's quite the little
Lego
Lego
have
maker.
like 5 other Lego builds in my room.
This may sound like a stupid question, but Whitechapel, are you on Twitter? Because I am so excited to share this. Can I just say that? But I can't figure out how to tag you. So, there, okay. There it is. Purple, do you remember if what Whitechapel's Twitter tag is?
Yes, absolutely. Let me just send it to you.
Okay, cool. I don't mean to derail your show.
Oh no, not at all.
I'm like,
I can't wait to see this because if it's as epic as the one that I got, yes. It's check your DMs. It should be there.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome. And while we do that, let me just say again, thank you to Ian So Thoughtful. It skipped on me. Sorry, Ian. And thank you so much. He sends us a £10 super chat. I really appreciate it, Ian. Great to see you. He says, I do love the esoteric stuff, honestly, but I remember when the History Channel was about history.
Oh yeah, and I remember when the Weather Channel was about actual weather.
Yes, and MTV had music.
VH1 had music and MTV, right? Yeah.
No,
and sci-fi was sci-fi, not sci-fi. Yes.
that
Yeah,
is
remember all the
very
cool
true.
B movies on Sci-Fi? Not
B
anymore.
movies.
B. What is wrong with you?
We've got a
Technically,
about
B
B movies,
movies.
haven't we, Salty?
I'm sorry, say that one again?
We've got a show coming up about B movies, haven't we?
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Sorry, I am deep into trying to figure out how to. There we go. This is incredible. I'm going to go ahead and post this and share it out with you, Purple.
Awesome.
And
Thank you, Ian. I absolutely agree, and they do seem to be kind of sensationalizing stuff now, I guess would be the best way to put it. So it's a little bit clickbaity, but I still do like the History Channel. I think we watched, what was the last thing I watched? It was a documentary about Pompeii, which was fascinating because it wasn't anything to do with anything, but they were just talking about the eruption and how the people were caught unawares and how they were kind of like cast in this pyroclastic flow that hit them.
that was amazing. Yeah.
It really was. So thank you guys.
Is Twitter acting weird for anybody else or just me?
It's been acting weird for the past couple of days. People have noticed, DMs are disappearing or they're appearing hours later. Yeah, it's been a bit odd.
Okay.
Poriel says Easton's boat makes me think of the Cooper Doom ship from Mario 3.
That's what it is. It's one of the Doom ships, so it looks like it. Then he did something right.
I did it.
And
Good.
Colin says, derail the stream. There are rails. Never.
Yeah.
Not on Rise with Purple Valkyrie. Never.
Mm,
I got
Yeah.
it.
See it. Can I see it? That looks really good.
That looks amazing, Easton. You definitely are the Lego master here.
Let me see.
Well, that's it for that.
But, yeah,
And someone says Weather Channel is about fearing the weather, not about planning for your day anymore.
uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's another reason why I don't watch the news anymore.
I am going to share the screen because I actually I know how to stream. I know how to stream, guys. Don't worry about it. All right, there we go. So this, thank you very much, Whitechapel. I'm going to show this.
Oh my
Absolutely
gosh.
amazing.
Wow. I'm going to full
Amazing.
screen this if that's okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Whitechapel. This says, this is obviously my channel name, and this is incredible. Strength, heart, dedication, truth of the heart with a dedication for life, and to hold the ones he holds dear, always fighting life's strifes and never backing down from the firestorms ahead.
Wow.
I want these cards. I would start a GoFundMe because I would love to have this for all of us within this fandom. And
These
I just think it
are
would be
incredible.
amazing. I want this on a t-shirt. Whitechapel, you honor me. The sentiment expressed on this card means a lot to me. So thank you. Really, truly. Thank you very much. It's incredible. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Whitechapel. I've seen the ones that you've done for a lot of the Cotton Connection as well. Beautiful work on all of them. So thank you so much. We really do appreciate it.
It's incredible.
That's
Thank
really,
you.
really incredible. It's really good.
What,
The
mine?
card.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course yours.
And let me give a shout out to Dave Bob. Great to see you, Dave Bob, as always. Good afternoon or good evening, nearly. And Whitechapel says you're very welcome. Well, you are awesome,
Thank you.
Whitechapel. Thank you.
No, truly. Thank you.
How are you guys doing? We're doing okay for time? Because we're about to hit an hour and a half.
I'm good, but I'm going to defer. I know, Purple, you were not feeling all that great today. So if you need to, think about winding down, I will obviously roll with that. I was thinking about doing a chill stream tonight, but
Nice.
I don't know if anybody would be into that because I don't want to wear out my welcome on this platform. So, yeah.
I think a lot of people would like that, especially if you continue with that awesome model.
Yeah. Well, let's see what happens. I mean, it's your call, Purple. I respect your decision. You are the captain on this flight of magic.
What about you guys? Steve, Easton, how are you doing? Are you going all right for
I'm on
time?
bag
or do you
too.
He's on bag too.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm ready. It's like, yeah, we're there, man. Yeah, we're just hanging out. Look, man, we'd probably be doing this anyway, so why not? We're just hanging out, right? Having
We'll
fun,
go for a little bit longer then, if that's okay, chat. If you're okay to hang with us. And Salty Awesome One says, "I challenge you with my Pikachu."
Okay. Well, I know what a Pikachu is, but what do I need to do?
Oh, he means your cards.
Oh no, my
cards.
No, dude. No, my cards would kick your Pikachu's ass. Like, come on, like, no way. Whitechapel stepped up. I got the power. I have the power.
Ultimate power, exactly.
I don't know that, but I got more power than I do on YouTube. We'll say that.
That's never good. Easton just ran off and said, "I'll be right back," and so he's getting something. I have no idea what it is.
Where are your car keys in your wallet, dude? Seriously, you know.
My wallet he actually had, which scared the heck out of me.
I wasn't kidding.
check Amazon or eBay quick.
Funny story. Like before we came on, right? We were downstairs, you know, and we went outside, and there's a new family in town, or in the neighborhood. So we, you know, introduced himself and went off scootering with the new kids. I'm like, great, right? I go to my pocket. I'm like, where's my wallet? And he comes back. He's like, oh yeah, sorry, Dad. I had your wallet. I'm like. Because he wanted to get Cuphead, like he wanted to get the expansion to Cuphead, so he's just like, yeah, I forgot I had it. I'm doomed.
Yeah, you are, dude. I didn't want to say it.
It's like, yeah, I'm done with this now. You can take this back. Let me give a shout out and a good evening to Psychodwarf and to Courtney. They're going to head out, so you have a good evening, guys. Thank you for being here. And Snacks and Comet says, I play my Gator, the Goblin card.
Oh, see, I love Gator. Gator is like the perfect embodiment of absolute chaotic good. Like, remember from Dungeons and Dragons?
Oh,
essentially chaotic good, you know, but heavy on the chaotic part, you know, not so heavy on the good. And that's why I love working with him on the Cotton Connection. I mentioned it. I never thought I'd get to hang out and have puppets like the Muppet Show as an adult, be able to have R-rated comedy with Snowdub. It's just the best thing ever. So
it is, and that's one of the most talented corners of YouTube, I think. Our puppetry friends.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed. All right, I need an Easton to help me build this because I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay. Also, I got a ton of my Pokemon.
Oh, I get it. I get it now. I get it. All right.
Yeah.
And Punk Model absolutely says the puppets will live long as the cotton is well cared for.
It's true. Very, very true.
Yes, Snacks and Comics heavy on the crazy, but that's not a bad thing.
It's not. It's good crazy as opposed to the not so good crazy the last couple of years. We'll just say that. But yeah.
And so, Pub, great to see you. He says, I play my purple Valkyrie button. I'm so glad you guys like those buttons that we made. We are very, very happy. And I think because it works so well, what we're going to do is make some other designs that we can kind of give out at different meetups and give away to members and things, because
absolutely
we love those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were racking our brain before the Dallas meetup, and I started to do some research, and I found these, and I was like, you know what I loved in the 80s? Were those cool buttons you used to put on your jean jacket, you know? I had Def Leppard, and I had The Cure, and all this other stuff, and I was like, I wonder what it would take to take our channel logos and put them on a button, and how much it would cost. And you know what the thing about it was, is it was actually really affordable, and it was made here in the United States. And I was like, boom, sold. So, yeah.
Yes, and now that you've got this second channel, can we expect one for that as well, and maybe one for Phenomenal? I think that would be fantastic.
I need to work on those designs, and there's just not enough hours in the day. I'm going to continue the second channel, but I love this channel and I don't want to lose it. And but it is built. I've built out the branding. For those of you who aren't subscribed, it is Salty American. See, it's out there, and I'm going to start making content just sporadically. Main content's going to be here, but we may be moving a new show that we talked about over there just to sort of build out. So, yeah.
Absolutely. And Rosie says to Whitechapel, your cards look like the work of a professional. They really do. I couldn't agree more.
Agreed. I am
Well
so
said.
honored. I am so honored. And I really, the sentiment that you put on that card, it means a lot to me, Whitechapel. So thank you. Really.
And Daniel says, I cherish my salty and purple buttons. Well, thank you. Thank you, Daniel.
Very welcome.
So good to know that you guys like them. And I was really proud to see them. And as Salty said, they were made here or made there in the US. So
not in China. Not
no,
in China. Nope,
no, they did not come from overseas.
Nope. Yeah, China. No China.
Or someone said, wow, I just got gifted a sub to Odin's channel. That's the 6th gifted sub this week. That is pretty cool. See, I'm not sure how gifted subs work, guys, so I'm not sure if I need to turn something on or whether it's just something that's available. I don't quite know how it works.
Well, let me look at this stream and see if I can give. Okay, yeah, you've got to go into your. Wait, let me look.
I think it's only.
Yeah, I can give a membership. So
okay.
Buy
I wasn't
5
sure.
memberships.
Yeah, I think it's only on the desktops and laptops. I don't think you can do it on your phone, but and then you can just assign, sort of like Twitch when they do gifted subs on Twitch. It just assigns it to 5 lucky people in the chat that are not already members. I think. I'm not 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. It's that easy.
Oh my god, guys. Thank you. Okay, so we have got from Ian Forth, he's just gifted 5 subs. Thank you. Thank you, Ian. And thank you to Salty Texas, who has also gifted 5 memberships. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. So I actually really love this idea. Because it kind of gives people a little taste of what it's like. And obviously we do member streams, and I think what I'm going to do is start making some of the older videos that I've done from like last year, member only. So if you guys want to check out what Purple was like when she was back, trying to figure out, and it's still trying to figure out the YouTube, you can kind of check those videos out, because after a while I tend to unlist the older videos and make sure that the newer content is what you guys see. But thank you so much, guys.
And I figured out what happens when you give a membership, because I gave 5, and right before me, let me see, Ian Forth gave out 5. So in the chat, and we can't see it when we're streaming, but in the live chat, I can see who Rosie Gamgees was given a membership by Ian Forth, along with Stephen Ransom and others. And then I gave 1 to Kayla Dare and the awesome one. So now you guys have. Don't forget to use your purple Valkyrie emojis, because they are really cool. So.
Yes, absolutely. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a couple of new emojis. We've had some around for a little while, so I'm going to retire a couple of them, and you might see a couple of special ones come in the next day or 2. So that's what I'm going to work on tomorrow, probably.
Is that a Mexican Iron Man emoji?
It is.
I knew it. That's awesome.
A little Mexican Iron Man. And Salty, do you mind if I tell them what one of the emojis is going to be?
Nope, go ahead.
So it is going to be one for Salty Texas, to say thank you for all the hard work that he does, for all the work that he does behind the scenes, for the intros that he's made, and for just getting to work with him, because it really is a real treat to get to work with someone who is so like-minded.
It is my honor. It is my honor.
But thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate it. You guys are amazing.
And we got asked a question, and I
Oh,
stopped building because I'm responding. Kayla Dare, if you look under, you see the smiley face, it says add reaction. If you hover over it, you will see, now that you're a channel member, a banner that says Rise with Purple Valkyrie, and then there are all these different symbols that are unique to Purple's channel, and then you just click on them, and you can put whatever you want in, and then you just hit the send button, and it's on. So there you go.
Absolutely. And my emojis are a little bit random, but I like them to kind of represent me if possible. So what we've got is the shield, we've got the demicorn. I think what I'm going to retire is Mimir, but we've got my pug, we've got wings for the Valkyrie, we've got one for the mods, we've got dragons, and my my flying winged Pegasus steed, because every Valkyrie needs a flying Pegasus, and obviously Dr. Doom and Mexican Iron Man, and my purple rain, which is one of the symbols that I use for the merchandising as well.
What am I going to get, Purple Valkyrie?
That is going to be a surprise.
Oh, all right, fine.
But I think it's going to be something that represents Salty, and I think he's going to like it. So
I'm sure. Thank you very much for that.
You're welcome. What about you, Steve? Are you going to add emojis as well, since you now have members?
Yeah, I already have some. Mine are sort of, yeah, I do. Where have you been? Oh, in Alabama. Sorry. Mine sort of are. I'm trying to, at least the emojis. I'm trying to figure out the badges. I have a little bit. I have some of the member badges, some unique ones that I've put in there. So I didn't use the YouTube ones, but the emojis are like. I'm doing the best I can for like banners of different armies in the Wheel of Time. So there's a Band of the Red Hands emoji,
right on.
A White Cloaks emoji, and of course a dragon banner, and and I think there's a few of them. Yeah. So yeah, I of course only just got membership status, so I think I can only do 5 emojis right now. I have to be. I guess I have to be a few months in to get access to more emojis. More to come. Yeah, I got a few in there.
It goes by numbers, if I remember correctly. So every 10, I think you get an extra one, and then it kind of jumps up. You need like 30 once you get to a certain number, so it gets a little bit silly. But
I'm not sure if I just was having trouble finding more, so I just stopped at like 5 or 6, or I just like got overwhelmed and I'm like, I'm gonna take a break. But I know I got at least like 5 emojis in a unique channel badge for now. But,
right on.
Yes, sir.
That is cool. I love that. Jacob has a question. He says, Purple, have you seen the show, The Detectorists? I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
That does look like glass. That's cool.
I don't know that. Is it in UK?
That is cool, Easton.
That rocks.
The glass.
I'm not sure, actually, but I will check it out if you recommend it.
Yeah. This is awesome. Look at my ship.
Look at that. That is beautiful.
Oh, you got the nose on finally. All right. I was a little afraid there. You were struggling.
Well, we'll see. There's I might have to do some gluing and taping, but yeah, it's looking pretty pirate shippy.
It really is. You can see the scale of it now, and that's not even the full.
It is huge. Model. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to raise this up just a little bit to show it, but yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it is.
I'm really impressed with that model.
Yeah, me too.
And Dave Bob didn't get to do it this time, but it's still on the list, and definitely it's something that I would like to have a go at, and something that I would like to learn actually. So it's gonna happen. I do. And Rosie, you take care, honey. You have a good day.
See you, Rosie.
Take care. Speaking of Doctor Doom, since I'm seeing a lot of Doctor Doom emojis,
here we go.
let me give you a sneak peek of a video that I'm doing. I have a few more Doctor Doom related items that people were so kind to gift me. Dave Bob is in the chat and he is one of them. But let me show you.
I was afraid
amazing
you guys were gonna. There was some Doctor Doom Marvel news, and I was about to.
Oh no!
Thank goodness it's not that. Thank goodness. So okay.
Oh no, this is good Doctor Doom stuff.
Okay,
so
good.
This,
Good.
guys, if I can get it in shot, is the amazing figure that I was gifted. Let me put him down there to give you an idea. If I lift that up slightly, look at the size of this thing. So this is 12 inches. This is one of the, I believe it was one of the Marvel Legends figures, and this is incredible. This is one of the most detailed Doctor Doom figures I have ever seen. So what I'm going to do, let me make him full screen actually. Good point.
That's very cool.
There you go. So I'll give you an idea of what he looks like. So there's my hand, as you can see how big he is. But I'm going to do a proper review of him and kind of talk about the figure and where he came from. But I absolutely love this, and he is incredibly heavy as a figure. He comes with the cloth cape, and it's just a figure that I have never seen before, but was incredibly lucky to get this as a gift. So very, very, very happy with it. But the full review will be coming. That's just a sneak peek of it.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It really is. And is it okay if I say thank you to who gifted it to me?
Sure, why not?
Yeah,
sure. I know how to get off mute. Don't worry, I can get off mute. Don't worry.
Just
about
wanted
it.
confirmation.
Yes.
It was from Salty. So huge thank you to Salty for that. And I had a amazing mask that was gifted to me from Dave Bob, which I absolutely adore, and a fantastic Doctor Doom comic from Maxwell von Priestley as well. So all of those are going to go in the same video, and we're going to have a little bit of Doctor Doom goodness on the channel for a change.
I'm getting some weird flashing with my camera resolution, so I apologize. I'm going to stop showing my camera. So.
And thank you, Daniel says review video would be so cool. Can't wait. Oh, thank you. It is. It's going to be up very, very soon. Just need to edit it a little bit. So, guys, we've been going for about 1 hour and 45, and I think that's probably a pretty good time to start to wind down and let people get some dinner or have a relaxed evening. But before we do, have you guys got anything coming up that you'd like to talk about, or would you like to show the progress of how you've done?
Yeah.
Oh no.
What happened?
Go ahead.
Oh no! Let go down.
All right, here we go. So I will show you the scope and scale.
Wow. Okay,
Here
we go.
I've got to move my mic out of the way a bit. You can see what I'm working on here, guys. This is, I'm going to roll back. This is a significant size model. And again, this is simply laminated heavy gauge paper, which has a precision laser cut. And you all saw the way it lit up, and I cannot wait to have this thing behind me when I stream. But yeah, very exciting stuff. Very exciting stuff.
That's going to look incredible on the shelf.
Yeah.
What about you, Easton? How's it going?
How's it going? Here, we'll take that. Show your ship off, because you're working on the glass now.
So I'm working on glass now, but I finished the ship.
That is amazing.
Dude, that is cool. That is wicked cool.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm working on the glass over here.
So yeah,
So
pretty good progress, I gotta say.
yeah.
Oh yes, oh yes, and Easton really is the Lego master, because I don't think I could have made a quarter of that in the time that he made that. So well,
Me either.
Easton, great job. And guys, what I would do, because the camera's really not picking up very well, I will take a photo of him. But what I've done is I've coloured in all of the armour so far.
Cool.
And then what I'm
That
going
is
to
really
do
cool.
is do the shield. That will be next. And then I've got to add the details to the cloth at the bottom and then work on the base. So I'll be continuing
awesome.
with him later on.
Yeah. This is so much fun. This is so much fun, Purple Valkyrie. Thank you for doing this again.
Yeah.
Thank you for painting. Easton, thank you for coming on and working with us. I've only been on shows where you're playing Wheel of Time, the game, and embarrassing your father because you're so much better at it than he is. But I really love the fact that you want to hang out with us weirdos on YouTube and build things. Thank you. Really.
Yes, thank you, Easton. And anytime you would like to come back, you are more than welcome to come back, of course.
Yeah.
And huge thank you to Steve as well. It's always great to have you on.
I'm his manager. If any
Yeah,
manager / agent / father.
yeah, I'll come back.
Yay, dude! That's awesome.
Probably won't finish this for a few days.
We'll pack it up.
I want to see what that thing looks like built.
I'm curious too. It's looking really good.
Well,
so.
the packs of 3 are just this. It's just
Wow.
water pieces.
Better you than me. Knock
Please,
yourself out,
who
dude.
makes
That's
it
all
came
you.
in numbered packs this time.
I know, unlike that damn thing that I had where nobody just put things in where they belong so you can build it in stages. No, that kit that I had over there, it's like all these bags with these little things.
I'm not a
and it's like,
nerd.
I am a nerd, but I'm also impatient. Yeah. Yeah. Daniel. Yeah.
Have you guys got anything coming up over the weekend that you'd like to shout out before we close?
You want to go ahead first, Mr. Salt? With you,
Sure,
or?
absolutely. Well, I don't know. I think tonight I might take a night off YouTube unless people want me to stream or whatever. Tomorrow we might be doing some recording to record some woo-woo videos, maybe go live. But then of course we have the show on Tuesday that I'm looking forward to. There's another show that I'm going to be joining, doing tabletop gaming. I've talked about it before with OBG70 Mike.
Yes, that is going to be amazing.
It's AD&D 2nd edition rules, and for the first time, I will not be a dungeon master because I have always been the dungeon master and I never really played. So I will be a player this time, and Mike is actually bringing on a professional dungeon master, which I didn't even realize was a thing. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm actually looking forward to doing like a dual class player and then picking my alignment and all those awesome deep nerd things. So yeah. But thank you so much for this tonight.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. What about you, Steve? What have you got coming up?
Well, so I actually almost was able to be a part of that, and not being do Dungeons and Dragons at all would have been interesting because I would have been a complete noob. But unfortunately, my work schedule doesn't allow it. So I'll be checking it out in the chat. But that could be a lot of fun. But looks like we'll probably have a Wheel of Time game stream coming up here soon. Maybe tomorrow night. We're not really sure. It's coming. It's going to be
the Wheel of Time. Yeah,
the Wheel of Time game stuff. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see if he's got booked up for anything else. He's a busy guy.
Well, the only other thing I'm doing in the weekends is maybe playing with my friends and playing like Cuphead.
There you go. So yeah,
that sounds like a pretty good weekend.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, every weekend's a party with this kid, but. And then somewhere in here, since my oldest Ryan has finished the Great Hunt, I'll be doing the sort of the, I guess, QA. How he felt about the Great Hunt story and all that stuff, and hopefully have some guests this time instead of just to mix it up. And have him hopefully Salty on to grill him a little bit. Give him some questions I want to ask him, and it'll be good, clean fun. Get some more. Good stuff about the Wheel of Time out there so we can forget about this show, right?
Yeah. The one thing I do want to announce, and we've talked about it for a while, is that I'm beginning my Tolkien interviews. Those of you who watched me for Wheel of Time, you know that I interviewed channel members who love Robert Jordan, who love the Wheel of Time, and I would ask a series of questions blind, same questions to everybody, and you wouldn't know what I was going to ask you, and I record, with your permission, what you say and make a video out of it. Well, I'm going to be doing the same thing with Tolkien now, and in ways that you might not expect, which is why it's going to be interesting, because they're a global transnational multi-billion-dollar corporation who put 2 strikes on me. The least thing I can do is talk about what Tolkien really is.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to those. I think they're going to be fantastic, and we're really going to start ramping up the Tolkien content and the lead up to what is about to come in September.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sorry, my wrist was hurting. Yeah. Cramp. Cramp. Yeah.
Well played, Salty. Well played.
Anytime.
And guys, Salty put it in the chat. Please check out OBG70's channel. That is where the D&D is going to be played. So
yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. So thank you guys. So let me say a massive thank you to my co-hosts for this evening, to Salty Texas C, to Prophet of the Dragon, and our special guest co-host Easton. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are amazing.
Thank you for having us.
You are welcome. You are welcome, guys. A huge thank you to everybody who joined us today. The chat, you guys were on fire as always. Thank you to everybody who sent super chats, who are new members. Thank you to Salty and Ian for giving those. I really appreciate it, guys. You guys are amazing. I will probably be back on Monday, fingers crossed, with a live stream, and we've also got videos to come, and we'll be recording for Phenomenal as well, so lots more content. But
absolutely,
let me say a very good evening to everybody. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, and please make sure that you're still subscribed to all of your favorite YouTubers, because YouTube likes to randomly unsubscribe people. So please, if there is a channel you like, make sure that you're still getting to see their content, because I know they would very much appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and we will see you all very, very soon. Take care.
See you later.